winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God, Body, Sean. Check. Elevation Nation Conversations. God, Body, Sean. I'm here. How y'all doing? Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Get the subscribers up. You know, I'm here. It's been a minute since I've did a video. I've been busy, just busy with life. You know, a grown man doing grown man shit. So it is what it is. I've always been a go-getter, handling business, about business, business owner. I'm a father, author, artist, all of that. Right now I'm a student. I'm in school. So it's always about constant elevation. So Elevation Nation Conversations is not just the title of the movement. It's a lifestyle. I'm always constantly elevating. I'm trying to learn something, read a book. I'm in school right now so I can up my earning potential. But we ain't talking about me right now. We talking about the case of the two baby daddies. Your man 50 Cent and your man TYRESE. What's the difference in these two situations, in these two cases? A lot of men out there going through it. I'm actually going through it. I'm hoping I don't have to go through the process, but you know how women do. When they don't get their way, they will say and do anything, and they will become an adversary or a combatant. So you gotta take the gloves off, and you gotta deal with them like a combatant. And that was one of my, I don't want to say mistakes, but that was one of the things that I wasn't doing right out the gate. Was I wasn't looking at it and treating her like a combatant. I filed for divorce. I wanted joint custody because I'm in my daughter's life. I've always been in her life, and I don't want it to be where she has full custody and I just have weekend visitations and things like that. So from the gate, it's always been 50-50 custody. She stay with me for a week, stay with you for a week, and that's how I roll with it. But I saw true colors of a person when they don't get what they want and things don't go their way. She make all type of allegations and don't want to cooperate, and when really everything is for the good and the betterment of my daughter. That's the way I was looking at it. But she wasn't looking at it like that. She was looking at it like it was a game. So I'm looking at the 50 Cent and the TYRESE case, and I'm saying that's a good case study of how men need to start dealing with women that are putting us in these situations where they're using and they're weaponizing the court system against us. A lot of women have learned to play that game with the courts and the child support and full custody, so they can get child support, and they want to live off your child support or claim the child needs $10,000 a month for expenses and all like that, when they're going to live off your child support. And they know they have the upper hand because the courts are kind of swayed in their favor. They tend to go with women being the primary caregiver for the most part, and it's just been a perceived notion that women are better caregivers. It's not true. I definitely know it's not true in my case, and that's why I'm standing firm on business. I'm treating it like, hey, we at war, and we gonna do what we gonna do. I'm not giving up custody like that. I'm not laying down, and that's what it is. But you got TYRESE. In court. They just locked him up because I think he's like $120,000 in the arrears on child support because his ex-wife played him. You know, he was getting into the marriage for love, and nowadays marriage is a business transaction. It's not for love. His ex-wife stayed with him for 3 years and then divorced him, and now she want to get the alimony and the child support, and she want to get that bag. But he running around in the media and trying to be the good guy, trying to talk about love, and I loved her and I did this and I did that. I had dinners. I had somebody serenade her for a dinner that we had, and nigga, don't none of that shit matter when she ready to go. It don't matter. You can send her all the roses. You could leave your on-set job to go and fly out and see what's wrong with her. You can consult as many pastors as you want to and ask for their advice and all that, marriage counseling and all that, but it don't mean shit. If she ready to go, she ready to go. If she ready to be for the streets, she ready to be for the streets, let her go. But he running around doing interviews, whining, crying, and trying to get the public to give him sympathy and be on his side. And don't nobody care. When it comes to dealing with men, don't nobody care. Men got to get it on their own, got to get it how they live. They got to pull their pants up, put their big boy pants on, and they got to get it. He trying to get sympathy from the courts and from the media and social media and pleading his case and all that. When what he should have been doing is doing what 50 Cent is doing. 50 Cent got a baby by a chick. They were never married or whatever, so she taking the route of trying to get child support so she can live off of him. And I think she had, with the whole Puff Daddy situation, I think she was mentioned in the case or something like that with doing some, some drugs or some crazy sexual activities and things like that. But 50 Cent looked at it as, okay, this is an opportunity to go to war. 50 Cent is playing how it needs to be played, the 48 laws of power. He trying to annihilate her because she's trying to annihilate him in the court systems. So he's trying to use the court system to his advantage just like the women do. So he's filing a lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit against her because I think she was saying something about domestic abuse or something like that or whatever. And but he has ammunition because it was said in the Diddy court papers that his wife was almost like a prostitute. She was getting flown out, she was doing drugs, she was having sex for money, and he can use that as ammunition now. So 50 Cent he's not looking at it as, oh, I used to love her, or we was together and we got a child together, she's still my... Nah, 50 Cent don't give a shit about none of that. 50 Cent said we at war. He said, all right, you want to take me into court, you want to try to get all my money, you want to try to drain my resources and drain my money, I'm finna take you into court. So now 50 Cent is being proactive and Tyrese is being reactive. It's never good in life to be reactive. It's always good to be proactive. And I think Tyrese is learning that because Tyrese is locked up right now and he like $120,000 in the rear for child support. And that's always something that I've seen in my life, and a lot of times people will say, Sean, you mean, or you're an asshole, or you're not nice and all that, and it's the furthest thing from the truth. I'm the nicest motherfucker you ever want to meet, but I'm standing on business. And I've been standing on business all my life. I say what's on my mind, I say what the truth is, I say what's real, and I'm not letting nobody walk over me or use and abuse me. I'm standing on it, and that's just what it is. I'm proactive. That's how I've done all the things I've done in my life up until this point. I wanted to do music. I got proactive. I went to LA. I took a risk on myself. I lived in a shelter. I started moving and grooving around LA. I started doing music, invested in myself. I was proactive. And that got me to meet a lot of motherfuckers. I did some dope music. Met some great people, did some TV and some radio stuff, made some money because I was proactive. I've always had that mindset. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. Be about it. And that's what 50 Cent has been doing all his life. He getting money. He building his own movie studio down there in Shreveport. He getting bank. And matter of fact, Tyrese being reactive, he whining and crying about what his ex-wife is doing to him and this and that, and he ain't working and this and that right now. 50 Cent hired Tyrese to be on Power and gave Tyrese a check. That's what boss shit is. That's what bosses do. That's why I've always strived to have power. That's why I had a company, I had employees, I cut checks, I called shots, I could move and groove how I wanted to. And I've always been like that, and I've always loved that. Being able to move how I want to move, do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. But Tyrese is being reactive, and you see what that's getting him. He in the court system right now. His ex-wife is sending him his ass through the ringer. She's sicking them people on him. And any man should know, once a woman sick them people on you, it's a done deal. We got nothing else to talk about. We not on the same page. We not on the same team. We're enemies, because you trying to put the law on me or the white folks in my business. You try to take everything I got. No matter if we used to be married, we got children together. Now because you feel you want to go and you want to go your own way, you want to take me down with you, or you want me to support you, but you independent. You know, you're a boss chick. And matter of fact, Tyrese's ex-wife, she has a YouTube channel where she talk about women all day long. How ironic is that? Tyrese's ex-wife has a YouTube channel where she try to give men advice on how to deal with women and what they should be doing and how women do and what the little games and the sneaky things they do and all that. When she is doing the same exact thing in her life to Tyrese. Go figure that. Go figure that. That just show you how methodical men, how maniacal some women are. You cannot play games. You're not in a relationship no more. It's every man for themselves, because that's how they doing it and going against you, and you gotta look at it like that. 50 Cent out here running the world, man, making money, making movies, building studio sets, and being proactive. He said, I'm finna sue my baby mama and I'm finna file for full custody. Tyrese over here crying, talking about, why are you doing me like this? Didn't we love each other? Showing weakness. Showing weakness would not work with a woman. You show that woman weakness, she gonna be on your ass. She gonna be on your head. She gonna go in on you. You cannot show weakness. Tyrese is showing weakness, asking for let's talk and let's mediation, and why you doing me like this? Why you want to take all my money and yada. Man, she don't give a fuck. Tyrese's ex-wife said, look, I want all this paper. I want all this. And it brings me to a situation in my own family. Now, I love you, brother. I don't want to put your business out there. I ain't gonna say no names. But years ago, my brother was going to college to play football. He ended up dropping out of college, coming back to Chicago just so he could be with his girlfriend and take care of his son. You know, and I'm looking like, man, is you stupid? Hell no. I didn't get it. I didn't get it, and I never understood it because I never looked at it like that. I never been kind of like simping for women like that. I'm not putting them as a priority over me. It's me first, and if you with me, you get taken care of as collateral damage or collateral extras. But I'm not denying myself for a woman. I've done that once, and it didn't work out good. So my brother came back to Chicago to be with his son's mother. End up, they go their separate ways. She taking him to child support. She taking him to child support for no reason. My brother was in his life, in my nephew's life. Everything was cool and good, and the court system wound up giving it. And my brother, excuse me, that was my son, my brother's only child. My brother went and got a fucking vasectomy because of what he went through with his baby mama. He went and had a vasectomy so he could never have any more kids. And he was young. My brother was not even 30. My brother was fucking in his 20s. My brother was in his 20s. Now, he took a route that I look at and feel was very extreme, and I wouldn't have did it, but hey, everybody got to do what's best for them. Everybody got to play the cards they were dealt. They got to do what's best for them, and I can't knock it or say shit about it. But that's how extreme it was, where his son's mother was putting him through the ringer with the court systems and trying to get more child support and holding my nephew away from him, not letting him see him and just stressing him the fuck out. Yet he went and got a fucking vasectomy. And I didn't understand it at that time. And I'm thinking like, well, damn, nigga, just pay the child support or woo. It ain't just that simple. The average man in America making $52,000 a year, and then child support want to come in and they want to take you to court and you got to pay $500 a week or whatever it is. How are you supposed to live? A lot of these women now are using the child support thing as a way to sustain and suffice their life. And I see it a little bit now because my ex-wife, when I filed for divorce, the first thing in her mind, she had a family member or something, go put him on child support or file for custody and all this. And when she did it, I was kind of shocked. I was like, what you mean? Like, shit, okay, we ain't together. I filed for divorce, we ain't together. We can 50-50 take care of my daughter. She stay with you for a full week, stay with me for a full week. I pay, medical. She on my medical. I get her hair done. I take her shopping when she with me. All that. Pay for daycare. What are you filing for child support for? But she wanted to be vindictive because somebody told her she could use that court system as a tool and as a weapon against me. And then when I saw that she was doing things like lying, she would lie and say, well, you ain't have her and I have her more than you and you ain't doing nothing for it. I'm like, what? I'm doing more for her than you do. I was actually having my daughter more than she was. She wanted to go try to fly and take trips and go get hair done and do all this and all that. And I'm looking like, what you mean? But that was me trying to be civilized, trying to be non-combative, trying to say, I'm doing, everything's for the good of my daughter. I ain't finna be arguing and fighting and fussing with her mom. This is for my daughter, so it's all good. But she didn't look at it like that. She looked at it like she was scorned. I filed for divorce. We're not together no more. She see that there's a difference in her living lifestyle from when we were together and then when we not. And she got vindictive. Started just being real nasty, don't want to drop my daughter off or let me come get her when I need to come get her and don't want to cooperate and just, so I see it and I got it, but that flipped the switch in my brain to say I need to go and be proactive. So I need to look at it like, you ain't playing fair. You don't want to play, you play by the rules, so fuck it. Let's go this route then. So I'm looking at the whole thing and the tales between the 50 Cent and the TYRESE thing, and it's like, it's a cautionary tale, man. Look, marriage now is a business. It's not about love. Maybe in the past it was, but right now it's about business. And you gotta look at it like that. When you are no longer together, you gotta look at them as they're not a friend, they're a foe. Until you get the paperwork in order and get some court stipulations, they are an enemy, they are a foe, and they should be treated as such. Be proactive, not reactive. It's war. You got to go at it like that. It reminds me of the movie War the Roses. Yeah, the movie, I think it was Michael Douglas and I can't think of the chick's name that was in there. Goldie Hawn, I think. I don't know. But the premise of the movie was it was a divorce lawyer telling the story about it, and he's telling it from the perspective of he's the lawyer and he's divorcing this man and woman, and their last name was Rose. And so when they started getting a divorce, man, the woman got vindictive and then the man got vindictive, and they going at it, they going to war, and in the end they damn near killed each other all over some dumb shit, over like a house and possessions and money and things like that. But it was just a funny tale about divorce is war, man. Divorce is war. And it should be looked at as such. Until it's over with and things are signed in ink, you got the decree and you got your stipulations and all that. But it's a war. 50 Cent is going at it the right way. 50 Cent looking at it like, look, I'm finna be proactive. I'm finna take you to court. I want my son. I got documents against you now. You was doing drugs. You was having sex parties. You was sex trafficking. I'm finna get custody. TYRESE over here whining and crying instead of being proactive and seeing what he can find out about his ex-wife and and build his case and do what he got to do so they can get up out of his fucking pocket. She's finna take him to court. She finna take him through the ringer. She finna take all this money and finna leave him sitting there looking crazy. Meanwhile, she don't give a fuck about the child. She ain't thinking about for the good of the baby or none of that. She worried about getting that $10,000-$15,000 a month so she can continue living her lifestyle and be a social media influence and living that life. They don't give a fuck. So men, be proactive. Get your ducks in a row. Be on top of your business. Stop looking at her as, we used to be in love, we used to be together, and she used to love me and all that. All that shit is out the window and in the past. It's done. It ain't no more. There is no more you. There is no more us. There is no more we. It's I and it's you. And we at battle right now until we get it all solved and settled out and hashed out. But until then, it's war. So, man, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know if y'all got some game from this. I got plenty game to share. I'm 50 now. Done a lot of things in my life. Still doing things. Still growing. Still developing. Still building. And I just had to speak on it. But look, man, it's better to be like 50 and don't give a fuck about if anybody calling you the bad guy or not the bad guy. I don't give a fuck. I stopped giving a fuck decades ago, man. Look, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing, and you ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta say I'm nice. You ain't gotta say I'm friendly. None of that shit, because I know I am all those things, but I don't gotta prove it to nobody. So it's war out here, man. They trying to take your money and your resources, especially just the men with this court system. Don't play with it. Don't play with it, men. So be a 50 Cent. Don't be a Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? Be a 50 Cent. Don't be a Tyrese. Be proactive, not reactive. Because these women out here, they ain't playing. They playing for keeps. That's how so many dudes with money doing that simp shit, having these kids, these babies running around here, they wound up with nothing. It's to the point now where it doesn't even make sense to get married for the most part, unless you're trying to have children and carry your legacy on and things like that. But there's gonna be it's about to be a shift. It's gonna be a change in the court systems and the dynamics between men and women in marriage, because a lot of men are learning and seeing now that it don't even make sense to get married. Fuck that. It don't even make sense. It's not in my benefit. It's not in the man's benefit. It benefits the women. It's not in the man's benefit. So, man, y'all brothers stay on y'all business out there. I salute y'all. Keep grinding. Keep growing. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. If you focus 100% on yourself, everything else will fall in line, and you will be in that position where you're more high value than you were, because you focused on yourself and you've built yourself up. Everything else will come. Stop chasing pussy. But hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. God Body Sean. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And I'm going to check y'all on the next one. Peace.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean.